Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, March 14th, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. First thing you're going to see is that the futures are trading higher today by about 3.5 to 3 3/4 points. 1559.75 is the price in the futures market right now. This is the S&P E-mini H contract. This Friday we'll switch over to the M contract, which will be the month of June. But nonetheless, markets are holding up pretty well again this morning. There don't seem to be really any problems out there. Markets look like they're behaving a little bit better after the European markets caught a little bit of a bid, and really that's what everybody's watching this morning. European markets doing a little bit better. As long as the European markets hold stable, there don't seem to be any real black swan events taking place. But nonetheless, there is some other stuff to talk about quickly, and we'll get over that. We'll talk about that in a moment. It looks like just a few minutes ago it was the initial weekly jobless claims data was released. I'm not even sure what the number was, but the market seems to be reacting slightly positive to the number, so we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm not exactly sure. I think it was 332,000 initial claims, better than expected. I think the analysts were looking for 350,000, but week to week you don't want to make too much out of it. Nonetheless, it is a slightly better number, I suppose, and markets are rejoicing over it. Something else I want to point out is the U.S. dollar index is soaring again today against everything else, against the euro and every other major currency out there. So here's the U.S. dollar index. You'll see this is up again today, this morning, by about 27 points. What you'll see often is once the market opens up, the U.S. dollar index will pull back. That helps the markets to inflate, but either way, by the end of the day, the dollar is still gaining each and every session, and that is beneficial for gasoline prices, oil prices. They'll all move down, and a stronger dollar, I think, is beneficial for the United States. So today, you can see oil is lower. Light sweet crude is down by 50 cents. We're close to it, to around the $92 a barrel level. Let's take a look at the USO. This is a good proxy for oil, and you can see that's trading down around 33.09. That closed at 33.20 yesterday. So decent little downtick. Nothing, earth-shattering here by any stretch, but nonetheless, it is lower. A stronger dollar will push oil lower, should push gasoline lower as well. So I think traders should watch that going forward. Now, gold is getting hit today. Gold is down about $9 to $1,579 an ounce. Again, stronger dollar could have an effect on that, but gold and the dollar have decoupled somewhat a little bit. From time to time, they'll trade together lately, so can't make too much out of it. Let's take a look at GLD. That's the UGA. Let's take a look at the GLD here. GLD is trading at $152.73. Yesterday, the GLD closed at $153.66. So you can see the downtick there in gold, reflecting that $9 move in the spot price. Decent little decline. And again, stronger dollar. We'll see how that plays out. I think the dollar is poised probably to pull back now, so traders are going to have to watch for that. But either way, right now the dollar is behaving very, very well and showing a lot of strength, at least before the opening bell. Let's take a look at a few other things that are out here today. I want to just talk about the European markets quickly. And all the European markets are catching a bid. You do have the German DAX up about 0.8%. You do have Italy up about 1.4%, and Spain is up 1.4%. So whatever is going on there, the European markets are catching a bid. I'm not exactly sure of the reason why they're catching a bid, but I think there's a 2-day meeting in Brussels today with European leaders. So you have a 2-day summit. So I'm expecting that the market's anticipating something good coming out of there, but that's really the only thing that I'm seeing. I don't really know if the European problems have been solved or anything like that, but it looks like there's a 2-day meeting in Brussels. They're going to have a 2-day European summit that will begin today. They're going to discuss austerity, and I guess they're going to discuss bailouts and things of that nature. So, whatever it is, the markets are jovial almost over anything these days, so we'll see how that plays out. Now, last night in the Asian markets, it's very, very important to take note. Nikkei rose again by over 1%, 1.15% in the Nikkei index. 225 that is. Shanghai was flat. Shanghai was up, I guess, 0.25%. India was up 1%. So traders can watch for a little bit of strength in the Indian stocks today. The Bombay Sensex index was up 1.07%. So traders can watch for some strength in that index. They can also watch for the ADRs, Indian ADRs, to catch a little bit of a bid if the U.S. markets are strong. And you can also watch for strength in Japan today as well. Japanese ADRs probably show some strength as well. There's a couple of other things I just want to go over quickly. Amazon is getting hit this morning, so I'll have some levels for that in the chat room this morning. But Amazon selling off this morning. I believe it was on a downgrade, if I'm not mistaken. So I think J.P. Morgan Chase, out of all people, downgraded Amazon's gross profit this year. So that stock is down a little bit before the opening bell. I have some support levels for a gap bounce. I'll put those in the chat room this morning. Also, E-Trade Financial is down as well. Stock got downgraded today. Also, it looks like Citadel, I don't know if anybody knows that, it's a big, large financial institution. They're selling, I believe, 27 million shares in E-Trade. So that is causing the downgrade. I have some levels there for E-Trade Financial as well. So traders should keep Charles Schwab on watch too. That's another one that can also be down in sympathy. Ticker symbol is SCHW. So Charles Schwab can be also lower in sympathy. Let's take a look at that one. Yeah, you can see it down a little bit here. Nothing dramatic. Ameritrade, that one also could be down in sympathy. That one was down a little bit earlier. Not really having an ill effect here at this stage of the game, but watch that. If E-Trade starts to sell off sharply, other online brokers can sell off as well. They could be under pressure, but that's really about the gist of it. Again, futures are still holding steady. You can see that they're up $3.50, $3.75. It is still options expiration. Tomorrow is going to be quadruple witching, so again, expect a lot of volatility. Not so much in the indexes maybe, but more so in the overall stocks, the popular stocks, and I think that's what's important to follow, at least at this time. With that said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading day, and I'll see you all on the charts a little bit later today. Have a good one now.